Basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast. I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting back.
Allow me to publicly thank the Indiana Fever for putting up such a great fight tonight and for battling back again and again and again all season long. Let me thank Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level than they should be at this stage and age. Was I ever entered?
There's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place.
After a demanding season, Caitlin Clark announced that she would step away from basketball until April, choosing to skip off-season competition and focus on rest and recovery. Around the same time, Alyssa Thomas spoke publicly about the abusive messages and slurs she said she received from some individuals claiming to be Caitlin Clark fans, bringing renewed attention to fan behavior within the sport. With Caitlin expected to be away from the court for more than 200 days, basketball fans now face a long wait before they get the chance to watch one of the game's biggest stars play again.
A lot of things that this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So, yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So,
despite helping her team earn the victory, Alyssa Thomas expressed frustration after the game, saying she was disappointed by the behavior of some fans during the series, particularly those supporting the Fever. Her comments quickly sparked debate online, with some fans pointing to previous physical incidents involving other players and questioning why they felt those moments received a different reaction. The discussion has since fueled ongoing arguments among supporters about consistency in both player responses and the way controversial incidents are viewed across the league.
We don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And, we come to play basketball for our job and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time
now
for
has
it.
761 points, breaking the record once held by Simone Augustus. However, there is a caveat. Augustus set the mark back in 2006 when the WNBA regular season was just 30.
Caitlin Clark's decision to take time off after a remarkable rookie season has sparked plenty of discussion about what it could mean for both her career and the future of women's basketball. With more than 200 days before she is expected to return, fans and analysts are wondering how her absence might affect the Indiana Fever, the WNBA, and the league's overall popularity. Rather than playing overseas or joining another competition during the off-season, Caitlin has chosen to focus on recovery after an incredibly demanding year. Considering the amount of basketball she played, many see the decision as a smart long-term investment in her health and career. Over the course of 324 days, she appeared in 81 games and logged nearly 2,850 minutes on the court, an extraordinary workload that highlights why taking a break has become such an important priority.
How I would grade myself, I'm a tough grader. I feel like I had a solid year, but for me, the fun part is, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm one that's nitpicking every single thing I do, and I know I want to, help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates, and I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to improve, so that's what excites me the most. I feel like I can...
Caitlin Clark's final game of the season came with the intensity of playoff basketball, where every possession carried extra importance. Facing a talented Connecticut Sun team, the Indiana Fever entered the matchup as underdogs, but Caitlin once again delivered a standout performance. She finished with 25 points and 9 assists, while many viewers felt those numbers could have been even higher. Throughout the game, she repeatedly found teammates with accurate, well-timed passes that created quality scoring chances, but several of those opportunities went unfinished. Even so, her court vision and playmaking were impossible to overlook, as she consistently created open looks and helped generate offense despite the missed shots.
A lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops, who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave a damn.
The pressure extended beyond Caitlin Clark, as the entire Fever team faced the difficult challenge of taking on a seasoned Connecticut Sun squad with extensive playoff experience. Despite the tough matchup, Caitlin embraced the moment from the opening tip. She attacked the rim with confidence, looked for her scoring opportunities, and remained aggressive throughout the game, doing everything she could to keep Indiana in the fight and give her team a chance to pull off the upset.
Watching Caitlin Clark's rookie season, which is now over, the Indiana Fever knocked out of the postseason by the Connecticut Sun in a 2-game sweep. And so we got to see the carryover from Iowa transition to the pro game, her ability to help develop a team's cohesion and chemistry. And we saw that work so well as the season went on. Clearly brought, like a magnet, phenomenal attention to the league, bringing new fans, a committed fan base, not just in her home arena, but bringing fans to away arenas and packing the houses and increasing different venues from smaller to larger because of their presence. It's been fun.
It's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of it.
Although Caitlin Clark's season ended with a disappointing playoff exit, her overall performance throughout the year was nothing short of outstanding. She established herself as one of the WNBA's brightest young stars, making a major impact with both her scoring ability and exceptional playmaking. As the driving force behind the Indiana Fever, she consistently delivered in big moments and played a key role in the team's progress. What made her season even more impressive was the level of attention she received from opposing teams. Defenses were built around slowing her down, and coaches regularly adjusted their game plans to limit her influence. Even with that constant focus, Caitlin continued to produce at a high level, proving her ability to perform against the league's toughest competition game after game.
Will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Okay.
One of Caitlin Clark's greatest strengths is her ability to score from long range. She can knock down three-pointers from well beyond the arc with remarkable consistency, forcing defenders to guard her far from the basket. That defensive pressure creates space for her to attack the rim, where she uses her ball handling and quick decision-making to create even more scoring opportunities. But Caitlin's game extends far beyond shooting. She has developed into one of the league's top playmakers, consistently finding open teammates and creating quality looks with her outstanding court vision. Her 9 assists in the playoff game highlighted that ability, and many believed she could have finished with an even higher total if more shots had fallen. Beyond the statistics, her leadership became one of the defining parts of her rookie season. Despite being one of the youngest players on the floor, she embraced a major responsibility for the Fever, stepping up during critical moments and earning the trust of her teammates. Whether by making a clutch basket, setting up a key play, or leading the offense under pressure, Caitlin repeatedly showed why she became one of the WNBA's most impactful players throughout the season.
In betting odds on being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name.
After completing such a demanding season, Caitlin Clark's decision to step away from basketball comes as little surprise. While many WNBA players spend the off-season competing overseas to stay in game shape and earn additional income, Caitlin has chosen a different path by focusing on recovery instead. Given the heavy workload she carried throughout the year, taking time to rest allows both her body and mind to recover before the next season begins. The WNBA schedule can be especially challenging for players with major responsibilities, and adding another overseas season would leave very little opportunity to recharge. For Caitlin, prioritizing recovery reflects a long-term approach aimed at returning refreshed and ready for the challenges ahead.
I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the three and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball. So I don't know, it reminded me of the technical that I got in college where I said damn it, where it's like a personal frustration. Had nothing to do with my team, had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with other team. It was just because I'm a competitor and I felt like I should have been making more shots. So but I think he fired me up to continue to play a lot harder. I thought we got a lot better after he did that, so I want to thank him for that.
Caitlin Clark's final game also featured another controversial moment when she was knocked to the floor, leaving many fans questioning why no foul was called. The incident quickly sparked debate across social media, with supporters arguing that similar plays involving other players might have been officiated differently. For many of Caitlin's fans, it became another example of the frustration they have felt throughout the season regarding the way certain physical plays involving her were handled.